And welcome from Flashback Friday to Full Belly Friday, because that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have food and drinks, courtesy of Grace. And of course, I'm joined by our representatives from Grace.
Hi, Marcelo Blake, General Manager for Grace Kennedy.
And Erson Rodriguez, I'm the brand manager of Strategic Partners.
And that means that we have heavyweights in the house, so things are gonna happen. That's what that means. So what we're gonna cook up today, Marcelo?
We're doing some chicken strips, jerk chicken strips with a mango puree as a dipping sauce. So, and
mango season is in full bloom,
Yeah.
so
that's the reason why we have
perfect.
to do mango.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and then I'll be doing over this side Grace chocolate coffee drink.
okay.
Pretty tasty.
Well, I'm gonna take that for Marlene because she needs
She
her
loves that.
coffee. So let's jump into our jerk chicken.
chicken strips.
Yeah.
All right. So we're just we've gotten a 1 pack of boneless breast, and we've cut it into strips already. And so really you're doing fingers. And so all we're doing is adding our condiments, but the twist here is the jerk seasoning. You could either use the jerk rub, right? Or you could use the powder. All right.
And the powder is not
The powder is a lot milder than the rub. Of course, the rub comes in two options. There's a mild and there's a hot. All right. So today we're using the hot, but we're only going to use a tablespoon and a half, so that you can dilute that spiciness with the lower content of using
and
less.
the burn. That's what you're saying.
All right, so we have that. We're using, let's say, a tablespoon of curry powder, Grace curry powder as well.
Just lower that
Yeah.
a little.
And we're adding our Mahler black pepper. And we're using our consomme in the doy packs. These are now the refillables. So what will happen is that you'll have your tub at home, and you're able to buy your refill and just refill those.
Okay.
Right? And it's more cost effective for the household. All right, so we're just going to use a little bit of this. Of course, this is our salt. And so we'll just mix that together.
But you can also use the rub and not put any other.
Yeah, you could use the rub and no other seasoning, because that's really a marinade. You would have to marinate, let's say, an hour or so.
Okay.
So because we're doing a quick meal here, what we've done is add some other condiments just to give it some
Kicking
flavor.
up the punch.
All right, so we're just going to get these in the pot.
And we're deep frying in coconut oil. So
Right, that's what, let's say maybe a half cup of coconut oil. And we had that heat up earlier because, deep frying needs extremely hot temperatures.
yeah, and we'll have to turn it on back.
All right. So while that continues to fry, we're going to do our puree. You could use a blender and use the blender to actually do this, but we're in the kitchen, so we're just going to use a potato masher. And we have here 2 ripe mangoes peeled, without the seeds, of course. And then we're going to add to this a little bit of vinegar for the tang, and a little bit of honey, and also dark rum. So our El Dorado 8-year-old dark rum is what we'll be using as a part of the mixture. So they say 1 ounce, depends on what you measure 1 ounce to be.
They say, but what do you say, Marcelo?
Pour to taste. All right, and then we have 2 tablespoons of white Grace vinegar, and then of course 1 tablespoon of
Honey.
honey. All right, and we'll just mix this, and this puree now is going to be actually reduced on the stove, and this becomes our dipping sauce for our chicken.
Oh.
All right, so we're going to add this, excuse me, here. You could just turn that on. Yep, so we leave that to reduce while our chicken fries.
Okay.
Just to mention, sorry, to our audience, is that we have our anniversary sale coming up next week, Saturday, the 28th, at the Constitution Park. And that's going to be from 8 to 12. Of course, there are going to be deals for all our customers and consumers. And also what's being featured is that we have our We Care Club. which was formed some years ago by members of staff, where we do outreach programs within the community. And so what we are focusing on this year is scholarship programs. And
Okay.
so the We Care Club will be there doing the clearance sale, doing the sampling, and also we'll be selling some of our Go Green bags at $4. Once you support, all those funds go towards our scholarship program.
Oh, nice.
And then also we're giving you a little opportunity to be able to text in and win something, a little package. So what you need to do is text to the number Digicel 1010 Mars
1010-293.
293
And-
1010-293, and Smart is 47223. I kind of remember the Smart more than the Digicel, right?
Because the smart number is really just Grace. It's not
Right.
out in numbers.
But you need to text Grace anniversary sale, and we give you up to 12 o'clock today sending those texts. Of course, this is randomly selected,
And you win?
a package, gift package.
Okay.
It's a gift package, and we're also giving away two $25 gift certificate for you to use at the sale next week, Saturday. So once you come, you'll be getting that $25 off whatever you purchase from the sale.
And our strips are
Looking
getting
good.
brown. And the reduction, maybe we'll pick it up a little.
Yeah, needs a little bit more heat. All right, in the interim, I think Orson can go ahead with his.
Well, what I want to
beverage.
do here is Grace chocolate coffee drink, but in order to do the coffee drink, and the chocolate needs to be diluted, right? So what we're going to do is, I have already 3/4 cup of water here that I'm going to heat up for
Okay.
like about a minute, and then we're going to put the coffee and the chocolate in this. So let's turn that up to like a minute, and we click the start button, right?
So
And
that's
then-
the first part of the preparation.
Correct, because you need the coffee and the chocolate to be mixed. What are the ingredients? So we got Grace evap milk. This is filled, so it's more considerate with your health, right? So
Okay.
it's the filled, less fat. And we got this one. We're gonna use Grace condensed milk also, and the instant chocolate from Grace, along with the Grace 100% Colombian coffee. And this recipe actually creates for a whole jar, but what we're gonna do, we're gonna cut it in half, so we just do like approximately a cup of this, right?
Okay.
So what we're gonna do, instead of using the regular amount, we're gonna use half the amount of each of our ingredients here. So I'm gonna open up the milk here while that heats up.
I like your opener.
The old style. Pretty fancy, right?
Yeah. Back to basics.
All right.
And there you have it,
Get that out, right?
your hot water.
All right, so once you get the hot water, what I'm gonna use is, here we're gonna use 3 tablespoons of this here. So I'm gonna save some time and put it up to 2 and then just reduce it to 1, right? So we got here, that's approximately 2 tablespoons. And here we go to 1. And of course we mix those, and
then
as you
your
can see that's
your
really
chocolate?
hot. Yeah, and then the chocolate we're gonna use on like 1.5 tablespoon. Of course, if you love chocolate, you're gonna pour more, right?
Yeah,
I know children love chocolate. They could pour everything.
and people
on
who
it.
are wired already don't want to.
Right. And an option with this here is that you could also use ice cream when this product finishes. You could put some ice cream, or you could put anything else that you
whipped cream?
like. Yeah, whipped cream too. So there we go. We got this set up, and now we could
Stir to make sure that it dissolves.
correct.
Smells good already, actually.
Yeah. I remember, so that we don't want it too hot, so we want it icy. So I'm gonna have the
Put it-
ice over here, and I'm
yeah.
gonna blend it. I'm gonna pour some milk. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna drop in some ice in here,
Okay.
right? approximately like a cup of ice. Oops, definitely not a cup.
It looks like a cup.
Let me just take out this huge bulk here. All right, so more or less that, right? So what we're gonna do now, I wanna pour the milk, the Grace condensed milk, the filled. And,
These up.
And I'm gonna use, the filled evap milk.
And the entire can?
No, not the entire can. On this one here, I'm just gonna use like half the can.
Okay.
Half the can. There we go. So that's like half the can. On this one here, I'm just gonna pour to taste, you know, and this substitutes for sugar. So of course, if you're diabetic, you don't want to use much of this here, or probably none at all, right? So there we go. And so now I'm gonna pour this here, and then I'm gonna mix it.
That's your chocolate and coffee mixture.
Chocolate and coffee. There we go. And there's one more, and that's the vanilla.
Vanilla.
Of course, you could put any of the Benjamin flavoring. We got a couple here to display. So let's see, for example, we have here ginger extract if you want that little kick.
Yeah, that would give that.
So what I'm gonna
do that and see what Marlene will do with her face.
I'm gonna put right here 2 tablespoons of this here.
Okay.
There we go. 2, a little bit more because that's almost like 3. All right, and then we blend that together. So let's cover this here and.
Marlene Orson is playing good with you.
Yeah.
He's not giving you the ginger. And that's just to make sure everything mixes well, no?
Yeah. And like, you know, the hot water actually made the ice disappear. So I'm just gonna put a little bit more of ice.
Okay.
Just to make it a little bit slushier. Okay. Alright, let's see how that works. Alright, this is just an experiment, but it tastes good. I'll tell you, it tastes good, right? Because of the products that it contains. So that's it.
All right.
And then we just pour onto over the side.
In a tall glass.
Oh.
And there you have it, the Grace chocolate coffee drink. With no ginger punch.
No ginger punch. If you want that kick, then yeah. And of course, just put a little umbrella there. Shade it up.
I'm bringing this for you, Marlene.
There we go.
All right,
And of course, you could always put a little bit of El Dorado rum if you want some more kick on it, you know. But for me, that's fine.
All right. And meanwhile, let's bring this over here so that we'll have everything together.
right.
This is going to be a great meal.
Well,
Grace chocolate coffee drink along with jerk chicken strips.
And our puree, our mango puree is complete. It's reduced, right? So really, this is going to be like I said, a
dipping sauce, so it's not on top of it.
Right. Of course, you can improvise, and if you're making a full meal, you do the fried strips, and then you saute them in the puree, and you have a meal that goes with rice or pasta.
But this is just a snack.
This is just a snack. This is just a snack to complement your coffee, chocolate drink. So, you know, a snack and a drink.
Yeah.
Well,
High energy drink.
I told you this would be a full belly Friday. So there you have it. the jerk chicken strips, and the Grace chocolate coffee drink. Well, Marcelo and Urson, of course, we want to remind people about the anniversary sale.
Right, our anniversary sale reminder, the Constitution Park next week, Saturday, June 28th from 8 to 12. So come out and support. There's going to be a lot of special pricing for consumers as usual. So remember to come out and support. And of course, the text and win that's rolling.
1010
293
and 47223.
And you text in the phrase Grace Consumer Sale, and that will run up until 12 midday today, and we'll do a random selection for those 3 winners. 1 gift package and 2 $25 discounts.
All right. Well, gentlemen, thank you very much. We're going to take a little break, and we're going to sample off camera because of the pepper. But it has been another in the segments of Grace and you cooking up something special in the kitchen. And of course, you can get the recipes from the website.
GraceKennedyBelize.com or recetas.com or GraceRecipes.com.
All right, so you have options in any language, and it tastes great regardless of what you speak. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take a break. And when we return, it will be to talk with our guests downstairs about Carry-Led, the project that involves our mayor. Don't go anywhere. Open Your Eyes continues after these messages.
Grace and You Cooking Show segment was brought to you by Grace Kennedy Belize Limited, bringing good taste to life.